The rumors of Bad Boy Crime's demise have been greatly exaggerated.
We're back, baby.
We're back. Arthur is back to eating as soon as the podcast starts, as is tradition.
I'm chewing on a big thing of gator jerky.
You're eating an alligator right now?
Well, it also includes beef and pork.
What the fuck? That's not allowed.
Does it taste like anything in particular other than the whatever flavoring they put on it? Okay. Well, I've had gator before, and I was like, this is very, very mild.
It's a subtle meat.
Yeah. So it's the chicken of the reptile. Oh, yeah. Right. I don't know.
It's an amphibian. Man. Is it an amphibian?
Mm-hmm.
Alligator? Alligators aren't amphibians.
Yeah, no. Crocodiles are reptiles and alligators are amphibians.
Why wouldn't it be an amphibian?
No, that's not true. It's a reptile.
It lives underwater. It can go on land. Snakes are fish, actually. They don't have legs.
I'm going to kill myself. This misinformation is too much for me to bear.
Name an animal that doesn't have legs that's not a fish. You can't. Can't be done.
Don't even try. A worm.
That's a fish.
No, it's not.
Why do you think they come? Why do you think they come to the surface when it rains and there's puddles?
To have a drink of water because they're thirsty.
Sightseeing. They're sightseeing. It's a vacation.
But that doesn't mean that they're fish.
Yeah, but they can't sightsee. They can't sightsee unless there's puddles.
Where do you see fish, Coach?
In puddles.
No.
You see them at the beach.
Sure.
Because they love to vacation. You stupid fuck.
Fish truly, they're the laziest animal. I haven't seen a fish work one day in my goddamn life.
Emma, come here.
Oh no.
That's fine.
I'm wearing a towel.
You're being rude.
Emma, I think that you're being fine.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Name who just said that to you.
That's the guy.
Oh, okay, well, she does know.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
Emma, are worms fish?
What?
Are worms fish?
Are worms fish? Yes.
Okay, yes.
Come on.
It's 3-1.
Why are you arguing that they are?
Yes. If it doesn't have legs, it's a fish.
That's incorrect.
A snake is a fish?
That's true. I'm going to have to agree with that one.
Okay, well, we're meeting in the middle.
Okay, I'm taking a nap.
Eels, that's a fish.
It makes sense that, I'm in New Orleans, which is the birthplace of our democracy.
Also the birthplace of fish?
Right. Well, I don't know about that.
I think it's possible. I'm not going to rule it out.
It's nice that we're able to reach a compromise here at the heart of our country.
Okay,
started.
So Skillshy, I see you just drank an Arizona.
I do have an Arizona.
So
Full
are they
size.
still 99 cents?
I'll tell you.
In Canada? Oh, $1.29.
Ooh.
$1.29.
But your 90 cents is, or your dollar is not as good.
Yeah,
so.
that's roughly an American dollar.
Yeah.
But I will say I got this at Costco, 24-pack for $19.99. So
then you're really killing it.
Cruising, brother.
For the listeners, the Canadian Arizona iced teas are $1 and was it 39?
29.
Yeah, and it's the full 250 milliliters, so pretty good.
Damn, I need to get me some of those cans.
Obviously not having grown up really with the metric system, I don't know liters or milliliters, but I also don't know ounces.
Yeah.
I'm firing on all... No.
You're firing on no cylinders.
Yeah. You're firing on like a...
Just to say what the volume of those cylinders are.
A singular rectangular prism.
Sure.
Well, milliliters are not super confusing, but
I mean, they're not at all.
They're not at all, right? Sure. But when you grow up using in what, the imperial system,
You can't even name your own system.
Right. Well, it's a stupid name because
it's a stupid system.
Because the British don't even use it anymore. But you grow up using imperial, so you're like you don't know the conversion in your own head of like what your units are to like normal people units, aka metric. But then like I also don't really know what ounces are. I just eyeball everything.
The
like,
way
I hate
to
cooking. What's a cup? What's a tablespoon? I don't know.
Volume is by far the least important measurement. I could do without it.
Tell that to the podcast listeners who complain about my mixing.
I think they complain about my mixing, or
I complain about your mixing.
Actually, maybe nobody complains about my mixing.
Nobody complains about anything because they don't listen. But that's fine.
It exists. It's fine, and we're not going to do anything about it.
Me personally, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Fellas, let me ask you this.
Okay.
This is a subtle philosophical question.
Mm-hmm.
And what does that look like?
It looks like this. Are sunsets special?
They look neat, but no, they happen I don't know. They're not special.
But like every one, I'm kind of like, wow, look at that. You know what I mean?
No, I don't. But I don't really experience.
I don't know. I might have a bit of childlike wonder.
No, I have no.
Like if I see the moon during the day, almost every day, and still I'm like, that's the damn moon.
You're like, why is that moon out?
What are you doing here, buddy? And it's like, it's pretty much always there. But that's kind of special to me.
It's there's that story about like Columbus tricking like native
Tricking a
island.
walrus into sucking his dick.
Did he do that? That seems really dangerous.
It was a magic trick.
Wow. Okay.
I think it
cool.
was.
I didn't know that. No, this is something different.
I believe it was not a walrus. It was a manatee, and he was like, "Wow, a mermaid."
At least it wasn't a narwhal. He would have died before he could do all that cool stuff.
Yeah, thank God Christopher Columbus didn't die before he did all that stuff. All that important stuff he did.
Anyway, he convinced a group. I mean, I don't even know if this is true. It could just be like a fable, but they say that he convinced a group of native people on some island that he convinced them to give him all their food stores. So they probably died by convincing them that if they didn't give it to him, he'd make the moon disappear. And then the moon, because he just knew that a lunar eclipse was coming. But like, why did they think the moon was so important?
The tides.
They didn't know that, did they?
Yeah.
I really doubt they knew that the moon causes the tides.
If they believe the moon could disappear, yeah, there's no way they're like, oh, it also controls the tides, that it's bad. That if
I don't know, I was born knowing that, so I'm pretty sure they knew. I came been like womb being like, wow, the moon, waves, crazy.
If I saw that, I'd be like, okay.
All right. Anyways, I'm gonna go back to playing video games. That's what I would say.
Yeah, I think they loved the moon. If Pocahontas has taught me anything, it's that they loved the blue corn moon.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So that's true.
They were pissed because they were going to eat it.
Mm-hmm. It was made of cheese.
The blue corn moon was made of cheese.
Did they have cheese?
No, but they had the moon, and if the
they're just like it's
like
corn. They didn't know better that it was actually cheese, right?
Yeah, they're like, one day we'll go to the moon and we'll know what cheese is. They knew it was cheese, but they didn't know what cheese was.
They'd seen that one Wallace and Gromit.
Yeah.
Where they go to the moon and eat some of it.
They also watched A Trip to the Moon by George Méliès. They're like, that's going to be us one day.
We're going to eat that guy's face.
Mm-hmm.
They watched
Bear and they did.
Big Blue House, and they're like, damn, that moon.
All right.
Does that answer your question?
Yep.
Is that it?
I don't know. I forget, honestly. It's just like,
Is this going to tie into your album release?
Perchance? No. I was just actually thinking, like, every time I see a sunset, I'm kind of like a little bit happy about it. But it's also like the Earth allegedly revolves around the sun, and it's just like
allegedly,
like there's a constant sunset since Earth began, basically. But I'm still like, wow, the sun.
The concept of the sun, that's crazy.
I mean, it is kind of crazy. I don't know if you've heard.
Totally normal to me. There's nothing less crazy to me than the sun. It's always been there.
What about Earth?
I mean, I guess, yeah, that's just because I'm closer to it. It's more normal. But you do lose some perspective, being on it.
Yeah.
It's sort of hard to see the forest for the trees. But the sun, I look at that all day, and I see the whole damn thing.
I don't know if you see the whole thing. I gotta be honest.
You look at it long enough, you'll see the whole thing.
You'll see more things than just the sun. You look at it long enough.
You'll look inside your own mind.
Yeah. You look at the sun for like never 10 minutes straight. You'll unlock the secrets of the universe. Now, will it cost you something? Maybe.
Nothing worthwhile doesn't.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
it will cost you $15, and you can Venmo that to Bad Boy Crimes.
Do we have a Venmo?
No, but we should.
We should, yeah.
Can I get a Fiverr update? How's the Fiverr going?
We did get a message.
Oh, are you also logged into the Fiverr?
No, I have the Bad Boy Crimes email go to my phone.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we got a message that was... and then I got another message that says that they can't be contacted anymore. So it was a net nothing.
A net neutral.
But there's interest.
Yeah,
people are finding it.
The people really want us to small ad. If you want us to read out an ad on the podcast, look up the Fiverr, or I'll post it in the Discord.
Let's see. I'm going to update on whether I can find it or not.
I think last time we established it's pretty impossible to find if you just Google it. But
I tried. I did try. I didn't want to rain on your parade because you had decided that it was fine.
Yeah,
but I could not find it,
and that's fine. I mean, people are finding it. I don't know how.
People are finding it.
Do you think people are just searching by like new?
I think they just searched for like, I need an ad read, and then there's like every single podcast has a Fiverr for an ad read, and we are the last one on that list. Like I don't think you typically look for.
It's only
a specific guy. Yeah,
it's only spam bots that are finding us.
If they sort best to worst in reverse order, yes, they will find us.
They will find us.
Us.
Look, my response time is very quick. It just so happens that it
just so happens that it's NA. Just so happens that it's NA.
No, I respond very quickly, and then people ask me to try and list real estate property for them, and I say, no, that's not reading an ad. But
and that's the truth. It's a hard truth for them, but honestly,
it's what they're actually asking for.
We should post some of the requests on the Twitter or something. It's not that interesting.
It is funny, yeah. Next time I get a weird one, I'll post it for all 68 followers to appreciate.
I'm on Fiverr. I'm looking up that and no services found. That's really interesting.
Can you search by seller?
What?
Versus if you search by seller instead of by gig, it'll come up. It should.
Okay, it's not coming up.
Well, if you have the app, it shows up. You can see it on my phone. For the folks at home listening, you can hear me say that it's on my phone, and you have to believe me.
I saw it.
Yeah. Our gig is do an ad read on our podcast. should it be read an ad? I could maybe workshop that a little bit.
Yeah, when I showed my wife, she had some notes, but I forget what they were. And I was like, he's not going to implement them anyway, so I wasn't really mad.
Yeah. I mean, maybe if I'm bored at work, not at home.
Oh,
God, I would never do this.
If you search, do an ad read on our podcast.
Specifically, we should, or like
specifically that in quotes, we are 5th.
Hey, there you go.
Wow. Truly, I searched do an ad read on our podcast and searched by best selling. And as a joke, I was then going to go to the last page, but I did find you. You are number 2.
Nice.
Hell yeah, brother.
So that means that one person has actually sold an ad on a podcast.
If with that exact phrasing.
Well, yes.
So all we have to do is sell like 2 and we're number 1.
Yeah, ours is on par with the cheapest of them. Let me tell you.
I think $5 is. Well, I mean, it is Fiverr, but I think $5 is a very reasonable amount.
Oh, this one. One of these is I will interview you on our business podcast, and it's $35.81.
We should go on their interview. we should have them interview us.
Business podcast.
Yeah. How many listeners do they get? That could be a good investment. $35, and we get 1 listener. Whew. Maybe.
Let's see. They don't list their analytics, it looks like, which honestly kind of sours the deal for me personally.
Yeah. It could be a joke.
Okay, I will book you as a guest on our professional business show up to 15 minutes.
What if we book people to be true crime guests on our podcast and they don't necessarily know what they're getting themselves into?
Mm-hmm. I would love to do that.
I think that would be it'd be funny if anybody took the bait on that.
Yeah, we really wanted to get, well, I don't know if you really, because
we have to make it like a rock bottom price. People will be like, $5 to go on a podcast.
Yeah.
What's the worst that could happen? And then they have no idea.
It's just a disaster.
Yeah.
I would love to do a swap cast with a real true crime podcast.
That would be cool. True Crime South Africa.
Yeah,
right?
Wicked's
True Crime podcast.
We are real, unfortunately. Real and true. I would love to do a swap cast with Wicked South Africa because we both have big audiences in Tanzania, as far as I know, and we're both in the true crime genre. So I'd be curious what his ranking is in the true crime genre Tanzania, because we personally, Bad Boy Crimes, number 128 all time. So
I'm tweeting for a swap cast because there are some true crime accounts that follow us.
I love that happened.
Yeah, I was following other ones and I was like, who's going to follow back? And some of them just follow because they see crime in the name and they're like, yeah, they're also a podcast.
Bad Boy Crimes. We did it.
We did it.
I will do host read ads on my podcast. Let's check what our competition is.
Oh, Fiverr.
I will do 1 host read ad.
Arthur Muscles wants us to do an ad read.
Oh, really? Wow, just since we started talking about it, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's wild.
What is it for? We could do it on this episode.
Wow, this would be a real behind the scenes, and it would be great content for a business podcast to want to interview us about later.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we are conducting business.
What a racket. Hey, we'll pay you to... Well, you can pay us for us to interview you. Okay. Oh.
Okay, this is our competition. I will do host read ads on anything you want to promote on my show. It can be a fellow podcast, brand, YouTube channel, music, or etc. This will be host-read promotions where I read a script that you provide me, or if you have something pre-recorded that I can play on the show, we can do that too. My podcast is over 20,000 all-time downloads. Oof. Stiff competition. I have listeners in 127 countries and have averaged 100 new listeners every week. I will be dedicated to giving your brand the dedication it needs. What is your podcast, dude?
Does the guy even say,
No. His name on Fiverr, I don't want to say it for everybody, but I will. CSX 1000. So, I don't even know what the podcast is.
That's just a car. The CSX 1000 is a vehicle. If I type in podcast, will that help? Oh, then I found his Fiverr ad, and that's it.
Yeah. The Cody Springer Show. There it is.
He looks like an interesting fellow.
Mm-hmm.
He's a spoken word artist and a producer. Wow, that's crazy.
So I'm sorry I've been kind of quiet. I've been coordinating with this podcast to see if we can get some publicity. And I think it's going well so far. I'm having a conversation with one of the hosts.
That's a fast response time.
It's really good. It's very easy.
It's super easy.
Super easy to find the ad on Fiverr, I assume. Really good SEO going on.
I'm asking them if they can make fun of my parents.
Are you going to include a photo of them or perhaps one of your father's childhood diary entries?
That would be good. I'm trying to keep it loose at first. I don't want to scare them off.
Yeah. Podcast hosts tend to be very timid people.
Well, I'll provide updates on this. This is great.
Okay.
Thank you for the update.
Keep that up. I'm looking at a Fiverr. I will promote your podcast on YouTube ads. What if we started advertising on YouTube? Ty Lopez style.
I have experience with that.
How well does it work?
It does. You just tell them to start advertising, and then you forget about it. And then you wonder why one of your videos is doing very well, and it turns out you have spent $400.
That's a lot of money. I'm going to look up the analytics of that video. Did you know if you search YouTube for Arthur Hickman, the top result is this podcast?
Oh, no.
Oh, really?
Wait till you hear the second result. Discotainment.
Oh.
What's that?
See, I'm not getting... That's something to do with...
I think that's my history.
The first result, yes, is Bad Boy Crimes. The second result is from the Bayview Historical Society, and it's titled Arthur Hickman Reading.
Mm-hmm. Is that you?
I genuinely don't know what that is.
I think it's you. Did you do this 10 months ago?
Well, the first result really is the channel, and then...
Yeah, it's your channel.
Oh, there's Arthur Hickman Orchestra, Now and Then, 1921.
Honestly, a lot of Bad Boy Crimes in these search results.
Group Chat Classic.
More Bad Boy Crimes than Group Chat.
There's an Arthur Hickman with 3 subscribers that looks like some kind of child with a diaper on their head.
Yeah, it looks like the poster for We're All Going to the World's Fair.
Are you going to do a sequel to Mr. Deep Square?
I'd like to.
You could spend $400 on advertising on the original.
I think that would be a better use of money than the thing I accidentally spent $400 on. I am now realizing there is video of the podcast I recorded with Tom Myers with Robbie, which I wish there was not.
I watched that video 3 times.
Oh, baby. I can't remember, and I've done a bad job on this show, but I don't know if I've ever done a worse job on a podcast. I was on so much cough syrup. I did not know how to interact with Tom Myers.
No, you did not. I'll tell you, that video, that episode, is why you're on this show.
Yeah, that made me.
There's also number 36 of group chat that also has video. Where you're just in, I presume that's Robbie's room. Oh, and group chat number 5. How many episodes of group chat with Robbie Goodwin were you on?
Too many. And
at least 3.
Not enough.
Was I on 3? Wow.
Yeah, 5, 24, and
36.
Robbie really
at least
out of the gutter.
Yeah. He really didn't have any guests. He was just
the child Arthur Hickman, I think, is a Minecraft. Oh, this is an actual child.
There's an Arthur Hickman Minecraft YouTuber, and there's a Squid Kid Minecraft YouTuber. Who's Coach?
The kids are coming for us.
I want there to be a famous YouTuber named Coach who just like unboxes like McDonald's Happy Meal toys.
Let's see.
Oh yeah, I see this baby Arthur Hickman.
Oh, he's gonna play through Just Cause 2, and he was also interested in remote control cars. But he only has 2 videos.
He's probably an adult now. Isn't that crazy?
Arthur Hickman?
Mm-hmm. He's an adult now.
He must be.
That really hurts to hear.
I mean, he's still subscribed to Annoying Orange, so he might not be.
I'd love to know what this kid is up to. If he ever made another channel.
He honestly, he may have died of COVID.
He's got some favorites. What's his most recent favorite?
Let's gang stalk this.
It was last updated on October 1st, 2013. So I think he just kind of
moved on.
He moved on. He made the right call and logged off.
Yeah, I don't know if his YouTube career was
going anywhere.
Yeah.
Well, it hasn't stopped me.
No. Honestly, both of his videos have more views than anything I've uploaded. So who am I to say?
I wouldn't say he has. I mean, I've certainly had stuff with more views than him, but he's definitely got more than a lot of my content also. So that's really sad.
Have you considered when you upload the podcast to YouTube, have you considered just playing the podcast over unrelated footage of someone playing Minecraft?
That would probably work, but I think it automatically does it, right? It just automatically uploads whatever we have.
I mean, if I had like a 10-hour Minecraft video
footage, I could record some Minecraft footage and send it to you.
Yeah,
that'd be hilarious. Like a silent Minecraft Let's Play with a podcast in the background. And like,
I mean, if you go on TikTok, that's everything.
You can't listen to somebody without having someone play like the Subway game or
it's Minecraft Subway Surfers or like slime videos.
It has to be like Minecraft parkour specifically.
There's like a Darman video on top, and then there's like Minecraft parkour.
Or it's like someone like using their AI scripts to like read through some Reddit post. Yeah. Oof. It's rough. It's rough out there.
Absolutely. The video that is closest to surpassing baby Arthur Hickman in views is our episode, Rest in Peace, Queen Elizabeth II. You would have loved Bad Boy Crimes. So go ahead and check that out.
Professional.
Go ahead and listen to Marimba.
1 second, I'm on Emma's phone, so I am.
Folks, there was a crime, and now I have cut out both Coach and Arthur saying explicit things.
No.
About.
Well, let's hear them out.
Jewish people.
No.
Okay. I was worried it was going to be really bad. I was worried you were going to lie, first of all.
That was one of the forgivable ones. We can say that. No, we can't say that.
I didn't actually say anything. I just agreed with Coach.
No, I didn't say anything either.
Just agreed with Coach while I was drawing a swastika, and that's it.
No. That didn't happen.
No, we love everybody, including and especially, I'll say it especially.
Oh, absolutely, especially
our circumcised listeners.
Oh, that's what you were. You made yourself laugh with that one.
I was going to say,
we love our circumcised listeners.
I was originally going to say we love everyone, including and especially our white listeners. It didn't feel good.
No, ever again.
Edit point here. No, I'm not editing anymore. This is a true crime podcast, but we have a little fun around here, if you can believe that.
Yeah.
See if you can wrap your cock around this.
Well, I don't.
We're chatting and gabbing about serious topics, like, for example, the suicide of Amanda Todd, 15-year-old girl, sexually extorted and pushed to suicide. I feel horrible.
Yeah, that's rough.
That was a rough transition.
That was not great.
I started saying things, and then Coach was just like, keep going. And I'm like, you're allowed to talk on this podcast too. And he's just like, yep, you're doing
great. You're doing great. Yeah.
It's going so well.
I was letting you communicate your thought. And it turns out that was a mistake. I trusted you that you were going somewhere with that. And clearly, if 70 episodes of this podcast isn't evidence enough, I should not have trusted you to know what you're doing.
We actually just recently surpassed 100.
Really? Is that including season? Oh, no, I believe that actually. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just season 0.
Skill. There are 2 things he doesn't do well with: follow-up questions, and it's going somewhere with this.
So true.
So true.
So true. We have 91 episodes available to listen to.
Yeah, unless you're me and you have the secret ones that are already downloaded to your phone.
Bonus episodes.
Yeah.
Plus the Patreon episodes. Come on. Oh, I gotta pause the Patreon. I'm going to get in trouble for charging our patrons. You can't be charging the patrons. It's not allowed.
Without creating content.
Yeah. Maybe I'll upload the first 15 minutes of last week's episode as a Patreon episode. And therefore, I don't get in trouble.
I don't even know. That's not even worth it.
No.
So,
not at all.
So wait, I'm sorry. I don't want to distract from true crime. But I've been speaking with this other podcast, and I didn't want to scare them by, it feels weird to ask them to run an ad for our podcast or promote us. So I just thought of something they might want to do. So I said that they should make fun of my parents because they're really sick and they're gonna pass soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they've agreed.
Okay.
Yeah, so, they did send an offer, I hear.
Oh, wow, they did. Okay, this is great. So I'll start this relationship. I'll give them some just details about. I just wanted to choose something that'd be easy for them to do. So to mock two dying elderly people.
Dying of what?
Yeah,
I haven't decided. What should I tell them?
Dying of no bitches.
Target. What?
Dying of no bitches.
Okay. Okay, I'm writing something up right now.
Perfect.
I
am a little busy to pay attention to whatever the fuck you're doing.
I'm
trying.
Skillshy, I hear word on the street is that you guys are getting rid of guns.
Who is you guys? When you say you guys, what does that mean?
The Canadians. Justin Trudeau specifically, he tweeted it.
Oh, JT said that?
He did. He said you can't buy or sell guns in Canada anymore. And
let's look it up. JT guns. Not what I wanted. Canada.
Did you get just his like jacked arms?
I wish. There's apparently a gun store named JT Guns. So, freezing the market on handguns. National freeze on the sale, purchase, and transfer of handguns comes into effect. From now on, people cannot buy, sell, or transfer handguns within Canada, and they cannot bring newly acquired handguns into the country.
Yeah, that's pretty good, right?
It's pretty true.
Yeah.
Canadians have the right to feel safe in their homes, in their schools, and in their place of worship. Isn't it crazy that like a church is a place of worship?
I would only assume like a aircraft carrier would
wild, bro.
What if you had a church on an aircraft carrier?
What if you had an aircraft carrier in a church? Oh, no, don't do that. Anyway, have you guys heard about Amanda Todd? Is this a uniquely Canadian story?
It sounds familiar, but I couldn't tell you anything.
This happened in 2012, so I would understand if the global consciousness has forgotten. But this is a story that I followed as it was happening. This young lady, Amanda, she was 13 years old, and a 30-year-old man was contacting her and was like, you should show me your tits and then kill yourself. Which, like, don't do that to anybody, let alone a minor, let alone someone in 8th grade.
I'd like to go on the record that I
yeah
that I wouldn't do that.
Okay.
Good. Great thought.
No matter how much I wanted to.
Okay. I'm happy to hear that, honestly.
Honestly, yeah, that's pretty true.
I don't want to do it. I'm putting myself in the shoes of someone who would want to do it, and even then, it's not a decision I would make.
Even if I was Hitler, I wouldn't kill one Jew.
I wouldn't.
That's so strong of a conviction I have. Anyway, this young lady, she uploaded a YouTube video describing the bullying and sexual extortion that she faced after this man over twice her age was leaking her nudes to her high school. So she made this YouTube video where she was like, everything's pretty effed up. Excuse my language, but this is not okay. And everyone's like, Shut up, Amanda. You don't get to say anything. You're 15. You don't even know what life is. Maybe this happens to everybody. You don't fucking know.
Turns out she might have known.
She might have known. Honestly, a little rude for people to be doing that.
Yeah, you can't tell somebody their experiences aren't valid, you know?
Yeah. Honestly, this situation, pretty valid to be upset about.
Yeah, very valid. You heard it here first.
Yeah, here first. 10 years after it happened, I'm saying maybe don't. Maybe rethink your actions. So I remember when this happened, I saw the video that she posted, and I was like, wow, I really feel for this girl. This sucks. And then there was a news story that came out that she commits suicide by drinking an entire jug of bleach. And I was like, that's
how
rough.
do you get through a whole
that's rough
thing?
Yeah, you can't even drink a whole jug of milk.
Exactly.
Well, no, it's more like just like a little bit of bleach. I'd be like, well, this doesn't taste very good.
Yeah, it's going to melt your throat open.
I'd be like, maybe this is bad. So I feel like I would dip out after a few sips. I wouldn't be like, I don't have the mental fortitude to do a whole bottle.
Yeah. Well,
she's
a very strong, brave woman. And I will say, in the middle of this article, it's important to note, there's a little break in the article portion. And here's a quote from this website. More people in more places trust BBC News than any other news source.
That's us.
That's amazing.
We got the ad.
In Tanzania?
We got the ad, baby. This is on foxnews.net. I would love to advertise to Fox News watchers.
I think Fox News fans would really get something out of this podcast. What? I don't know, but they'd get something.
They would love our QAnon episodes.
Would they? I feel like they like QAnon, and we're pretty.
And so do we.
Sure. Yeah. Actually, yeah, it's true. It's good.
I love QAnon. It's honestly the smartest thing I've ever heard of.
But you know what? The least smartest thing I've ever heard of is dying of getting no bitches, which brings us to today's sponsor, Arthur, who is...
Shout out Arthur.
Shout out Arthur. His parents, believe it or not, are dying of no bitches. Now... One might say they're actually dying of COVID, but is it because of actually getting no business? Is because they won't get tested because they have limited access to pharmacies as they live in a swamp and it's high swamp season? I don't know. Who's to say? But you don't want to die of having no bitches. So get tested and get some bitches.
Honestly?
That's amazing. Look, I think listeners are going to come rolling in now.
Look. I have to say this. I didn't want to say it because, you know, our close personal friend Arthur here. Am I saying that right? It's Arthur, right?
You're nailing it.
Hell yeah.
That's really close.
Our close personal friend Arthur here.
Artur. The H is silent.
Arthur. He's saying that his parents refuse to get tested because there are no pharmacies nearby.
Yeah.
And it's like, look, this might be a little rude to say. Can they just fucking move to a real place?
Can they take a hike to another town that has a pharmacy?
Sounds like someone told you to get lost and you took it serious. Just find civilization. That's what people should be saying now. Don't say get lost. Say find civilization.
Too many people are lost these days. A lot of lost people.
I like to call people lost souls at work lately. Like, look at this guy. He's a lost soul.
There's been a lot of lost souls when I was at ACL last weekend, let me tell you.
There's about to be 2 more lost souls from no bitches.
True.
So true.
So true.
So this is a great day for the podcast because I've been talking to this other podcast. You guys got an ad. I'll keep sending them complicated lies that are confusing to listen to, and I'll cultivate that relationship, and eventually we'll do a crossover episode.
Hell yeah!
I think that sounds really lucrative for every party involved,
especially our friend Artur.
Who's that?
Is this guy?
The guy
he requested an ad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Our first ad. Hell yeah, dude.
Oh yeah, dude.
We nailed it. Segued perfectly.
The response time on Fiverr is going to be
through the roof. We're not even going to have a roof.
I mean,
we're going to be like Pharrell. We're in a room without a roof.
We're going to be happy.
So true.
That's an interesting line because a room without a roof does not serve the function of a room.
It's not a room.
So in a way, it's about if you feel like that, you feel useless.
Well,
that song's actually really fucked up.
Yeah, that's pretty true.
It's really dark.
I love being happy that people don't want to spend their time with me. Just like they would not spend time with a room without a roof.
Is there a name for that? There should be. There must be. Is it, what's a veranda?
For that. It's I believe the technical term is walls. Did you ever do that?
I think we're all about breaking down walls on this podcast. You know, were you done with the Amanda Todd story?
Yeah, she drank bleach. She died. That was in 2012, and the guy who was like mostly harassing her, was sentenced to 11 years in prison.
Only 11?
He is Dutch. He is in Dutchland.
All right.
And so he got 11 years in prison by a Dutch court in 2017. And then because Amanda Todd was Canadian, he got extradited, and now he's facing 13 years in a Canadian prison that will happen after the 11 years in Dutch prison.
Okay, so that's pretty decent.
Yeah. And there's no law against, I think, being tried twice for a crime as a Dutchman is called double Dutch jeopardy. And there's no law against that in Canada.
No, we constantly love going double Dutch. Like when I go to a restaurant and I make my wife pay, I'm like, you got to go double Dutch for me. Like I would go Dutch on this bill, but you got to go double Dutch.
So that's when someone pays for the whole thing.
Yeah. When they ask to split the bill and you say no, that's them. That's them going double Dutch.
I've been going double Dutch a lot.
I don't think of Dutch people as being that fucked up, but that's really interesting that they are.
Yeah, all of them, if you can believe it. So his name, just for the record, his name is Aiden Coben. And according to this article, Coben showed no remorse in court as he learned his fate.
That's very sad.
You can't be... Okay, here's a little bit of nitty-gritty for you. So he was harassing her for 3 years, and he had 22 separate fake social media accounts just to target her.
That sounds like something Chris Chan would do. than be about Sonic the Hedgehog.
Look, I said we love our Jewish listeners, and now you're going after the Christian listeners. I don't get it.
The you Christian did
it. Are there any
no one
you won't step on?
I wouldn't step on Elvis's toes because he's wearing blue suede shoes.
Those are nice.
Yeah,
and that whole song is like, "Do not step on my fucking shoes, bro. Don't step on my shoes."
I took out some suede shoes to a party, and let me tell you, people not very respectful of the suede.
Yeah, suede shoes are one-time use. One-time use shoes.
Honestly, yeah, you can't. I have some purple ones. I'm looking at them right now, and I've never worn them because it's like
you got to throw them out after.
You pretty much do. Yeah, they're worthless after it.
Well, I hope.
God forbid anybody spills beer on them.
Yeah, maybe you'll get invited to another wedding that you can crash. You can.
Well, it's not really crashing the wedding if I'm invited to it.
You'll find a way.
I found a way last time, so
I know you did. I remember.
It was so funny when Barn Dog really told me to be good at that wedding.
Do you think he was good at his own wedding?
Has that happened yet?
I have no idea.
Has it happened in real life and not in Animal Crossing? Because I'm sure the Animal Crossing one's probably, if it hasn't happened, it's happening soon. But the real one, who's to say? We should all go to that one.
I will text him and ask why I didn't get an RSVP.
Yeah.
So yeah, in conclusion, ruining Amanda's life was Mr. Coben's expressly stated goal and was sadly one that he achieved. That is...
Did they say why he wanted to? Or like, did he just not like this girl for whatever reason?
I don't know.
He's just like a creep dude.
He's just like a weirdo. So he was like, he got some nudes from her when she was 13. And then...
like she sent them to him?
Yeah.
Oh, well, she shouldn't have done that.
Well, she was being sexually extorted by 22 separate social media accounts.
Gotcha. Okay. I thought she just like did that as like a... Oh, okay. Yeah, never mind.
And then after that, he was like, I'm going to send these to all your friends and family and the school staff at your high school if you don't do a webcam show. And I think that's when she made her video that was like, I'm being sexually extorted and it kind of sucks. And then she was a laughing stock. Mad TV did 8 sketches about her.
I believe it.
Not true. You shouldn't believe that.
That's a weak point in Jordan Peele's career. It's a shame that was the one season he was on.
Shout out Jordan Peele.
When did Ridiculousness come out?
2000.
No.
And
okay.
Let me finish. 1.
It's been on 24 seasons? Oh my God. Okay, so the first episode of Ridiculousness was on August 29th, 2011. It's not impossible that the Amanda Todd video could have been on Ridiculousness.
Could have been.
What do you think? Who the fuck is on this show?
Rob Dyrdek.
Rob Dyrdek. What would Chanel West Coast have to say about Amanda Todd, do you think?
I don't know who that is, so I can't do a...
She's the girl. Yeah, she was on it for 7 seasons, apparently.
Yeah,
or no, she's been on everything.
She's a co-host. Seen the show.
It's like Tosh.0, but like for people who are 50 IQ points lower.
Oh hell yeah!
So
I might get into this.
Right in the wheelhouse of our fan base.
Do you think Rob Dyrdek will check out our Fiverr?
I think he's the one that messaged us. Actually,
he's using a fake name.
He's using a fake name, yeah, of course. But I think it was him.
He's asking us to set up a Zillow account so he could sell a house for him.
Yeah, that one was Rob Dyrdek for sure. No.
All right. I do have some insider information. Can I share this with you? The guest on this week's episode of Bad Boy Crimes has an insane criminal that no one's talking about. Folks, have you heard about this? Do you know about this?
Folks, it's time to talk about it.
Yeah.
We haven't talked about it, not once.
We've given Dr. Gregory House a free ride.
Oh, I'm buckled up for this. I forgot about this. Whew.
You see, I know. This is going to put us on the map.
The map.
What map?
Well, when I found out that Emma was going to New Orleans, my friend Emma was going on a trip to New Orleans. She wanted to know if I wanted to go. I said, absolutely not.
Mm-hmm.
Disgusting city.
Yeah.
And you're correct for saying it. Go on.
Mm-hmm. But then I realized this was the perfect opportunity to expose a madman. Now, my assumption was that it was an opportunity because there were, I think, 8 seasons of House. House MD.
Confirmed.
I'm doing some real-time research.
Confirmed.
8 seasons of House.
I'm so glad.
Committed a crime in nearly every episode.
How many episodes per season?
Guesstimate.
That's insane.
60 or 75.
Not. That's not a range. It's only between 60
every
or
2-hour episodes, and that's accounting for commercials.
It's not impressive. Like, we're not being amazed at how long the show is. We're being amazed at how many crimes he committed.
He's committing crimes literally the whole time.
Oh, I thought it was just one per episode.
Well, usually the crime is just that he's taking.
It's a long crime.
Medicine.
The crime is the long con.
The crime is he's very mean to people.
Well, I'm sure that's not a crime, but yes.
I mean, who's to say?
Can I say, committing a couple fashion crimes, if you ask me. He's wearing a robe to work.
We're touching on a lot of stuff that I'd love to get into, but I want to finish explaining that I thought, there are, what's 8 times 75? That's how many episodes of House there are.
It's 8,000.
That's 8,000 episodes. So surely there's one episode where he committed crimes in New Orleans. And I thought,
you're on location.
I'm on location. I'm researching.
Uh-huh.
Now, it turns out that's not the case.
Okay.
Dr. House has never been to New Orleans.
It's his kind of city, though.
This is not...
I had already bought my ticket. I missed my connecting flight to Dallas.
Uh-huh. Okay.
He said we can reschedule your flight. It's going to be tomorrow, and there's going to be a 15-hour connection in Las Vegas. I said I can't wait that long. I need to get to the bottom. And then I asked the woman at the desk, "Have you heard of Dr. Gregory House?" She actually had, which I was surprised by.
True crime fan.
So I ended up taking a Greyhound bus from Dallas to New Orleans.
How much did that run you?
Like $100. It's not bad. It was better than
too much
to get a direct flight from Dallas. Even not direct, it was going to be like $1,000.
Yeah. Wow.
Why? But I didn't take the easy way out. I had to get here with time to spare so that I could get to the bottom of the crime I assumed that Dr. House had committed in this city. I look up on the bus if there was an episode of House that took place in New Orleans. There was not. He once treated a woman who developed
lupus.
What?
Lupus?
Probably.
Sure. Selena Gomez was her name.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe you've seen the episode. I didn't have time. He treated a woman who was in Hurricane Katrina.
Okay.
I assume they think it was some kind of flood disease. Then it turned out
one of those flood diseases.
Right. But it turned out it was a disease she got from her fucking dog or something.
Did Dr. Gregory House just go, "It's from your fucking dog" or something, and walk out?
I wouldn't put it past
Pop a couple pills.
His language is surprisingly TV friendly for what a rude man he is.
Yeah.
He calls people idiots a lot, which seems very childish.
You're a real rube.
I'd prefer that.
That's a bit of an Aaron Sorkin. You're a rube.
That is. But Aaron Sorkin was not an executive producer on House.
You know who was?
Oh, I do.
Please enlighten me, because I don't.
Oh, well, there's something that it's certainly crime related, but it doesn't specifically have to do with the crimes of the doctor himself.
Okay.
We'll get to those. I have a list.
I can't wait.
Let me just...
Literally, because we are running out of time.
We'll
see you in 2 weeks.
Crime committed by Dr. Gregory.
I'm glad you're well researched for this show.
Okay, first link is villains. The Dr. Gregory House Villains Wiki. Mm-hmm. He's in the Villains Wiki. This is great.
Oh, that's a big enough crime. It's just
smoking fucking gun.
Yeah, right.
Got it. Perfect. There is a section called "It's just a disability."
Whoop! I have dropped my microphone. He is in the Villains Wiki. I found it.
Do you think like real criminals are in the Villains Wiki as well? Do you think that's used as evidence in court?
Yes.
Okay, well that's that.
But it is related. I won't harp on it too long. I know we have limited time. There's a lot to talk about. We can do a part 2.
We have a extra special guest next week.
Who is it?
Can't say.
There's a certain slight hints that the people behind the show House MD are sexually demented. Like the episode where the solution to the medical mystery is that the 2 patients who are husband and wife actually secretly had the same dad. And they didn't know that. But then the doctor who kind of serves as the voice of reason normally comes in and tries to convince them to stay together. Or the episode where a young teenage girl accuses her favorite artist and writer of sexual assault, but then Dr. Gregory House discovers that she's afflicted with a lying disease.
Oh, is that real?
Yes. I mean, I don't know if the disease is real.
Yeah, but okay.
And then I spied out of my little eye. That's this.
The lying disease is called borderline personality disorder.
Coach, please.
Okay.
There's no time to get political. I did catch a cameo by Bryan Singer, who it turns out is an executive producer.
That's foreshadowing for later.
Everyone I know who's an executive producer is Harvey Weinstein and a murderer. In the final minutes of the show, House learns he is heading back to prison for violating his parole. The damages he caused were considered felony vandalism.
That's not so bad. Maybe I'm wrong about this guy. He actually could be okay. I should watch the show.
Have you seen any episodes?
I have. I've been watching House lately.
I believe that.
I would have hoped so. If you were just doing this because you hadn't watched House, but you were just filled with some kind of inspiration, I'd be concerned. I mean, I'm a little concerned as it is, but like a normal amount.
Well, what makes him a compelling character is that if he wasn't right all the time, he would be Michael Scott.
But because he is right all the time, he's just Sherlock Holmes.
Well, is that a reference to the fact that he is based on Sherlock Holmes, and in fact, that is why his name is House?
Yeah, that is why.
Well, good.
Is that wait? Oh, because Sherlock
Holmes.
Very clever.
Isn't Bryan Singer funny?
Yeah, he did some funny things, from what I've heard.
I haven't heard anything funny about him. It's actually quite severe.
Oh. Tell me more, or don't.
I won't.
Okay, great.
It's not because I can't, because I don't feel like it right now.
Anyway, I recommend House. It's a very strange show. It's weird that the hero is a guy who is always doing drugs at his job and everyone around him knows and he's open about it. And really, they should all be fired and they should all be in prison.
I know a lot of people at the Box Factory that are exactly like that and they're doing fine.
It's very funny to like recommend House as if like in the mid 2000s it wasn't like one of the biggest shows of all time that everyone was watching.
But they didn't really get it.
Yeah, they didn't understand they were watching it wrong back then. But you're watching it right.
I'm going to recommend people watch season 1 and only season 1 of Game of Thrones. If you guys haven't checked it out, go for it.
I haven't. That's the thing.
I haven't either.
I've been watching House of the Dragon without watching Game of Thrones.
What about Dr. Gregory House of the Dragon?
Okay, what does that look like?
It's a dragon with a
limp.
Just
hit end recording. That's why you hit that button. Leave the episode on a cliffhanger that'd be funny.
Yeah. I don't know what to name this episode. It's a bit of a mess. I'm going to name this episode...
it's a bit of a mess.
I'm going to name this episode What's the Best Air Fryer to Get? Just to fuck with people's algorithms.
Honestly, that's some good clickbait. People want to know what the best air fryer to get is. And it's like...
They're going to click What's the Best Air Fryer by Bad Boy Crimes. And it's just going to be a brand new theme song.
And to answer that question, though, just get one with a basket. They're all kind of the same.
You have to wait an hour and a half to get to just whatever one you kind of like is fine. Like, whatever. They're all made in the same factory in China. It doesn't matter.
An episode title you can use just at your leisure if you ever want is Minecraft Secrets.
Oh, that's good.
I might be at my leisure right now. This moment. I'm gonna call this one Arthur. You have as many words as you want. This camera, that camera, or that camera. Tell the people what you have going on.
Have a great week, everyone.
Coach, tell the people what you got going on.
Nothing right now, but stay tuned.
Very fucking cool.
Yeah, man.
Hell yeah, dude. Check out my album streaming everywhere this Friday. It's called Moonfall.
Buy Bayonetta 3.
Buy
also
Bayonetta
on Friday.
Fucking 2.
You can buy Bayonetta 2 if you want.
I might.
Honestly, Bayonetta 1's better than Bayonetta 2.
I might buy Bayonetta 1, assuming it's much cheaper than Bayonetta 3.
It definitely... I mean, honestly, I bet Bayonetta 1's probably going to be better than Bayonetta 3, but...
Yeah.
I forgot. If you could all check out my album, it's coming out on Wednesday. It's called Moonfall, Chopped and Screwed.
It's actually really good.
Listen to the new Carly Rae Jepsen album, and don't listen to the new Taylor Swift album. That's where I stand.
There is one part of the Taylor Swift album where she says, "Hi, it's me. I'm the problem," and I'm like, "Wow, women are gonna wake up now. Men are gonna love this.
Women are gonna caption some Instagram posts now for sure."
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, can't wait.
Oh yeah. I've been doing voices on this podcast recently, and it fucking sucks. So I'm stopping. Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.